Hey, if you want to make the perfect travel game for kids, and I'm here to show you how to make printable magnet dolls, and it's so easy. I'm Sarah, this is Extraordinary Chaos, and I am the designer behind this channel, and today I'm going to show you how to make printable magnetic travel dolls. But I made these years ago, so I have had them on my site for years, and I've got a really old video teaching people how to make this, but I'm revisiting this today to show you how to do it. If you've got Design Space access, I'm going to show you how you can make the dolls, change the costumes from scratch. If you haven't got Design Space access, I'm going to show you how to do it anyway, but I will give you my set that I made years ago. And these are great because I've got a full set of little dolls, and we've got costumes so that we can change the costumes, put new outfits on. I really can't pick them up with my nails, it's just a nightmare. So you can change the outfits. You've got hats, I've got all sorts, but I'm going to show you how to make your own as well. So if you want to make things to go with them, how to make dresses, how to use the images in Design Space. Some of them, there are free images available. If you want to use these are part of Design Space access. If you want to make your own set, you can also download any image from my download element shop, and then I've got tractors and sheep. I've got all sorts in there, so you can download stuff from there as well. You can download my free alphabets. They will make great activities for holidays so that the children can spell themed words, whether it's ballerina, tractor, whatever they want to use. You can print those off as well. So I'm going to show you how to use this magnetic printable paper. And this is it. It's the Magnet Shop. I will drop the link below. So it's quite thick, but it does go through the printer because it's quite flexible. And you've got a magnetic top. It's like a glossy vinyl. And then the back is a magnet. And they are brilliant. So I've used these on my cruise ship doll when I cruise, and I make cruise magnets. You can put them on the fridge. You can do all sorts with them. My co-host over at Magically Cruising, Kieran, he sells cruises. I'll drop his link below because he's amazing, and he makes little magnets to send out to his customers as well, so with the ship on, and so it's brilliant stuff. You can do all sorts. It's for businesses, for kids, for putting messages on fridges. It's great. So let's hop into Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to show you how to make travel dollies. So I've started by uploading one of my layers. I think I've got 3 layers or 3 sets to Cricut Design Space, and these are a set that I created or downloaded years ago. So if you can look in the sidebar, you can see there that some of the dollies have already come up. So they've all got different names. So it's girl waving, but they're all different girl names. So you can search boy or girl, and all of these will come up. And these are great for making these travel dollies. So I'm going to click on one of them now. And when it uploads to Design Space, you will see that these are great because they're multi-layered. So up there you can see on the right hand side it says girl waving. And this is how you're going to create all your different travel dollies. You can even change the hair. So when you click, it's all grouped together, and you've got all those different elements. Now what that means is that you can take the top layer of the clothes off and the shoes. So using these eyes, so I've got rid of the whole doll there, go back and put that on, and then you can get rid of parts of it. And then that will give you the base dolly that you can start using to create your travel dollies. And this way you can make their outfits. So I'm going to take the shoes off, all the background colours, and you will just be left with the base doll just in a vest. Once you've got that, you can then start putting dresses on them and dressing them. And that's the great thing about making these, because you can just get multiple outfits. And if you can see just to the left there, I've actually got one of those outfits separately. So you save the outfits separately and make all the different outfits. So I've searched a dress, and I'm just going to grab a dress. And it doesn't matter whether it's print or cut or cut. So this is cut. I'm just going to click and change it to print and cut. That means we can change it to any colour. I'm going to drag it smaller. But if you look, it's a bit narrow. So just go to the top, click unlock, more, and then unlock if you can't see it. And you can just drag that a bit wider so it fits the contour of our dolly. I love these dollies because they're just a really cute shape. And there you go. There's your first dress. And that's going to be cut out in a magnetic layer. It's that easy. I want to make this dress here. So if you just look at the left, this dress has come up. So this is a cut image. And what I'm going to do with this is make it fit. Because at the moment it's got shoulders on. It doesn't fit. But that is so easily remedied. So we're going to go into the contour tool and we're going to remove the shoulders and the necklace. So I've done that wrong, so you just have to mess about. And you can see there it is, there are the shoulders. Now we've got the necklace to remove. That's really easy because rather than go in and get rid of all those dots, I'm just going to grab a circle from Shapes. I'm going to drag that over and I'm just going to pop that over the necklace and I'm going to slice it out. But still our dress now, I mean, it's a cut file and you can see that if you cut, that's going to cut in bits, but we're going to remedy that too. And what we're going to do is we're going to add an offset. So we're going to go to the offset tool, get rid of the sidebar and go to the offset tool. We're just going to add a slight offset and click apply. Move our dress out of the way, click on the offset, contours and hide all contours. Let's give us a solid layer. Now we can colour our layers. So I'm going to make that a pink. Go in the advanced bar to make it a dusky pink, and the top I'm going to make white so it's Cinderella-ish, and click there. And then once you flatten that becomes a flat layer because we've removed the contours on the back, and that's a perfect little ball gown. Now all we need to do is again change the shape. So unlock it and you can drag it a little bit shorter and a little bit wider just to fit the contour of the doll, and it's really easy to do. Just drag it around until the shape is right and you've got your dress. Now our next dress we're going to use is this one. It's got a stand on it. It's on a little stand. So when you go into the side panel, click on the dress on the mannequin, and all we're going to do is we're going to remove the mannequin because again, go to the top, it's in layers. When you go down to the side, close the eye on the layers, and then you can flatten the dress. We can change any colours we want. We're going to add a little offset. And the offset is really important because what that's going to do is put all the layers together. So we'll choose a colour for the offset. I'm not sure what colour to go for. Play about with colours. And once we're happy with a colour, peach, flatten. So select all, flatten, and there you go. It's just about looking at all these different little things you've got in Cricut Design Space and looking at how you can make them work with your dollies to make a full set of dollies so that you've got dresses, sports kits, fancy dress kits. It's just really easy to do. And lastly, we're going to make a pirate outfit. So I'm just going to search for a pirate, and not all pirates will be layered, so you want one that's layered. So this one, there we go. So when you look on the side, you can see if it's layered because it will have a little attach layered bar, so it's not flattened. That means that we can take this apart, and because we just want the costume. So we're going to do exactly the same as what we did when we removed this dolly's clothes. So we're going to go into the pirate costume there, click on the side, and we're going to remove anything we don't want. So we're going to remove the boy or the pirate and his eyes, his mouth, all those things that we just need to remove to make sure that we've got what we need, and we need the costume. And once we've got that, then we can start to edit the costume. So if you look there, the arms don't fit, but that's not a problem because what we're going to do is we're just going to unlock it and grab the arms or the top out of the way, and we're going to slice the arms off. So we'll ungroup it, pull out the t-shirt, and then we're going to get a square from the sidebar, and we're going to slice those off. And then if you take them quite high up, it won't mess with our dolly. And if you think about it, all you've got to do is look at all of these images and outfits as movable and changeable, and you can manipulate what you've got to make it work with your dolls. And it's just about taking off those arms, and then that makes a good costume. And I'm going to look at the costume, that's not going to fit with the legs, so I'm going to just remove the layer that's got the boots on, and the doll can be barefoot. And then you can pop all of your costume back together, and once you've popped your costume back together, you can flatten it. And once you've done that, you can then start dragging it about. The hat and the eye patch don't matter so much because they're going to fit no matter what on the flag. Now these are all in layers at the moment, but we want it to be, I'm dragging the doll, not the costume there, we want it to be flattened. So once it fits, then I can flatten that, and then you've got another outfit. And it's that easy to make outfits. I'm just going to show you some of the other outfits and accessories I've made. So I've separated lots of the dollies down and made different outfits. I've put some trees in, footballs. We've got a little rubber duck to go around her waist. And then lots of different girls here and suitcases, a little puppy, a surfboard. So you can make so much, and then you put it all in a bag and travel with a magnetic board. It's brilliant. And now we're ready to send it to print and cut. So I'm only going to cut one layer just to show you the process of printing and cutting it out. And here we go. It's all on the mat because I've flattened it together to keep it all together. And then we're going to click next and send to the printer. So when you send it to your printer, next, now I'm going to actually leave my bleed on. It looks like I took it off here, but I had a bit of a mistake, so I went back into it. But you need your system settings. Go into your system settings and you want fine quality or the best quality, and that will print them out so that they're nice and clear. And then when they're ready to go to the printer, you want to find the setting for printable magnetic sheet. And I've saved mine because it's something that I use quite a lot when I make cruise door magnets. And now it's ready to send to cut. And it's printing off. So it is magnetic paper. And I love this stuff. And you can see as it comes through. So I've only printed off one sheet because I don't have much need at the moment for printable dollies. So you need to be careful with this because it is super shiny. So you can't really even roller it. So I'm just trying to press it down on my mat so that it's down and stuck before I send it through to cut. And they are cutting out. Now the only thing with this is sometimes it needs a bit of help coming off of this because it's quite thick stuff. But I use this all the time. I use it when I go on the cruise if I make ducks or door magnets. And here we are, it is printed off. So here is the original one. And you can see how off it is. It's like horrendously off. And it's one or two things. First of all, my softbox light was on and it was shining at my Cricut. So just one little light can put it off. But also as it was doing the registration marks, I moved the machine. And because it was hitting the back of the wall, as it was going through, it wasn't stopping it, but it was hitting it. And I think it was it was banging. So I thought, well, I'll move it. Now, maybe between all of that, it knocked it completely out. So it just shows that when it goes out, it is environment. And I've made that mistake today. So what I did was I thought, right, well, I don't want to waste more sticker paper, more magnet paper. So I just did it on paper. I didn't do the quality to fine just to make sure they cut out right. And they did. So here is my magnet board. I'm going to take these off. Now, what I need to do is go into my settings and adjust them slightly because it does need a bit of teasing off of the paper, but it does come off. So I put a bleed on this. Now, I don't usually like using bleed, but I thought because of what's just happened, I'd better had. And there you go. Yeah, I think what I need to do is go into my settings and just adjust it ever so slightly. So I've got a few outfits for them there. Problem is with my nails, I struggle to lift things off this board. Let's get my girls. So you can do this with, you can search anything you want, I suppose, on Cricut Design Space. You could find some little boys if you've got boys, if you want a mix of boy and girls. So basically you can go into Cricut Design Space and make your own set and work on your own set and follow my tutorial, or you can print the ones out that I made a couple of years ago, and the link for that is below. Okay, so how did you find that? And yes, I made a mistake. Well, I made a mistake. It went wrong, and I decided to leave that in because Cricut goes wrong. Everything goes wrong. Crafting goes wrong. And I wanted to show, because it is frustrating when it lets you down, but it is environmental also, because I knew straight away that there was two things I did, and that was move the Cricut slightly, and I also had the softbox light on that was pointing directly at my Cricut. I knew that if I remedied that, it would solve it, and it did. But once I'd done that and put it through, then it came out perfectly. Any questions, do pop it below. I'll pop the link to get the free files if you want to, because as I say, I made those years ago when I had access. But if you do create your own set, then let me know how you get on, because I'd like to see what you create. And it just shows, with a bit of jiggery pokery in Cricut Design Space, you can alter images to suit your purpose, and that's what I love about it. Okay, so thank you for crafting along with me. Happy crafting, and I'll see you next time.